Alright, you're thinking about buying the JVC KW-M56BT. Maybe you've seen the features, that big 6.8-inch screen, CarPlay, Android Auto, all for what seems like a good price. It sounds like a fantastic doubled-in upgrade. But I am here to tell you, based on experience and a mountain of evidence, do not buy this specific model. This review is going to save you money, time, and a massive headache. For the best price, click the link in the description. But here's what surprised me: it's not just a bad unit, it's a trap. And that contrarian snapback, the 1-star rating on Amazon, isn't a fluke, it's a warning label. This is what happens when a decent spec sheet meets an absolutely disastrous execution. Let's start with the most critical piece of information they hide in plain sight. This is almost exclusively sold as a renewed or refurbished product. Now, refurbished can be great. I've bought renewed laptops and phones. But the product description for this is a masterpiece of corporate storytelling. A customer buys it, returns it, it gets tested, and it's sold as renewed. Sounds good, right? Therefore, you'd expect a working product. But the avalanche of 1-star reviews tells a different story. It's like a game of hot potato where you're the one left holding the burning spud. The promise is a like-new experience. The reality, for far too many, is a brick that dies in days or weeks. That's our first major problem: catastrophic reliability. We need to talk about that 1-star overall rating. On Amazon, that's almost unheard of for a product with significant sales. It means nearly everyone who buys it has a terrible experience. People aren't complaining about a scratch. They report complete system failure. The screen goes black and never comes back on. The unit gets stuck in a boot loop, showing the JVC logo forever like a sad greeting from a ghost in the machine. It just dies completely. Imagine installing this, getting everything wired up, feeling that rush of a new tech install, and then it's a paperweight. That's not an inconvenience. It's a waste of an afternoon and your hard-earned cash. Therefore, the core function of a car stereo to turn on becomes a gamble. Let's say you get a good one, the one that powers on. Now we enter the second circle of this peculiar hell, the software and usability. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which should be a slam dunk. But the implementation is famously laggy and buggy. The 6.8-inch capacitive touchscreen sounds modern, but the response time can feel like you're poking a stubborn animal. You tap, you wait, you wonder if it registered, you tap again, and now you've opened 2 apps. It's a lesson in patience you didn't sign up for. The Bluetooth for phone calls. People report echo galore, where the person you're calling hears their own voice bouncing back. Hands-free becomes a game of telephone from the 1800s. It's like the unit is philosophically opposed to clear communication. Here's joke number 1. Using this stereo's Bluetooth is like trying to have a deep conversation at a rock concert while standing in a separate, echoey cave. Good luck. Therefore, the smart features, its main selling points, become sources of frustration. The audio features on paper are decent. A 13-band equalizer, time alignment, subwoofer controls. For an audiophile on a budget, that's tempting. But the weak, tinny internal amplifier and the noise that often creeps into the signal ruin any chance of clean sound. It's like having a master chef's kitchen but only being allowed to cook with a candle. You have all the controls but no quality base to build upon. You're constantly tweaking to fix problems that shouldn't be there. Now, the installation. It's a standard doubled in size. That's the easy part. The hard part is the wiring and the constant fear. Because of the high failure rate, you're not just installing a stereo, you're installing a time bomb. Every time you start your car, you'll have a moment of anxiety. Will it boot today? It's like the Russian roulette of car audio. This psychological burden is something you never see in the spec sheet. They list the dimensions, not the dread. Joke number 2. Owning the JVC KW-M56BT is the only way to make starting your car feel as suspenseful as a season finale cliffhanger. Will it turn on? Find out after these messages from our sponsor, your local auto repair shop. Let's talk about what it doesn't have. It does not play CDs. That's fine, it's 2024. But it also lacks built-in navigation, relying entirely on your phone. That's also standard. The problem is the reliability of the connection to that phone. The USB port is supposed to offer 1.5A charging, which is okay, but if the main unit is frozen, your phone isn't charging either. The USB mirroring for Android phones is a niche feature that rarely works flawlessly on even the best units. So on this one, it's basically a digital decoration. Therefore, every feature feels half-baked, like the engineers checked boxes on a list but never actually used the thing in a car. We've covered the catastrophic failures and the buggy software. But there's a third act villain here: support or the lack thereof. When this renewed unit fails, you're dealing with Amazon's return process. The Amazon Renewed Guarantee promises a replacement or refund, and many reviewers had to use it multiple times. There are stories of people going through 2, 3, even 4 units before giving up. That's not a product review, that's an epic saga of disappointment. Each return means uninstalling, repackaging, waiting, and reinstalling. Your car is torn apart for weeks. Therefore, the true cost isn't the price on Amazon. It's your time, your sanity, and your dashboard trim clips, which are never the same after being popped out repeatedly. You become a beta tester for a product that was already on the market. It's a brutal cycle. Joke number 3. The JVC KW-M56BT's quality control is so random. It's like each unit is built by a different team of squirrels with varying levels of commitment to the project. Some are diligent, most are just looking for nuts. So, is there any scenario where you should buy this? The resolution to this 3-act tragedy is simple: almost certainly not. The risk is astronomically higher than the reward. There are so many other double-din units from brands like Pioneer, Kenwood, or even JVC's newer, non-refurbished lines that offer stability. Pay a little more for something that won't leave you stranded. This specific model, especially in its renewed form, has a reputation that is earned and deserved. It's a product defined by its failures. If you absolutely must consider it, here's the only advice. Buy it only if you have a high tolerance for pain, a very easy car to work on, and you treat the purchase as a temporary experiment with a guaranteed return. But you deserve better. Your car deserves better. Your music deserves better. Let's end with a final perspective. Car stereos are the heart of your driving experience. They provide music, podcasts, navigation, and calls. They should be reliable, intuitive, and enjoyable. The JVC KW-M56BT, in its current refurbished incarnation, fails on all 3 counts. It introduces stress where there should be convenience. It's a stark reminder that a list of features is meaningless without a foundation of quality. Joke number 4. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but in this case, you can absolutely judge this stereo by its 1-star rating. The cover is literally screaming the ending. It's a horror story. Therefore, my final verdict is clear. Do not buy the JVC KW-M56BT. The problems are systemic, not anecdotal. The odds are overwhelmingly stacked against you. Protect your time, your money, and your peace of mind. Look for a different unit with a proven track record. Your future self, happily driving and listening to clear music without a hint of boot loop anxiety, will thank you. For a link to better, more reliable alternatives on Amazon, click the link in the description below. Get something that works the first time.